Hey guys, Villager Joe, and this is part 2 of the full guide to LEGO Fortnite Odyssey Ninjago. Let's go. So when we left off, we were looking for Zane and the Ice Sanctum, and it's practically clear across the map. So let's just get on over there as fast as we can and see what we're actually getting into. So when you arrive at the Ice Sanctum, there's going to be nothing more than enemies to greet you at the door. There's actually going to be a big orb that's blocking you from getting inside the Ice Sanctum, and it's going to be up to you to fight all the enemies and defeat them until you can get into the front door. Now, before you start this battle, make sure you have your fire or lightning relics. That way you'll have an advantage in this fight, and it won't be as hard on you as it was on me. Now, stand back as a montage of fighting is about to happen. Once you've completed this challenge, make sure you hit up the ice altar on the right so that you can get your reappearing reward, and then you'll head inside so that you can talk to Zane. Now, once you find Zane and you talk to him, he's basically going to tell you a bunch of different stuff, but the main takeaway is that he wants you to learn the novice scroll of Spinjitzu with ice, which is called Ice 101. So the next thing we're going to do is get into our menus and head over to the masteries. We'll go into the ice masteries and learn the novice ice Spinjitzu scroll. Now the next thing we want to do is head over to the workbench so that we can craft our new scroll. Now if you don't have all the resources to make this scroll, it's perfectly fine. You'll just have to go back out into the wild and continue to fight enemies until you do have those resources. Then you'll be able to use the ritual altar as well as the ninja workbench to get where you need to be. I actually had to do that very thing myself, so instead of going back to Zane once I had the materials, I actually went to the monastery to craft the scroll. So once I did get to the monastery, I went straight to the workbench, and yes, it did still count as if I went to Zane to craft the scroll. Once you did that, it did mark it as complete. Now the completion of that task officially unlocks the shurikens, and that'll be my next task, is to actually craft a set of shurikens. And it looks like I don't have any honed materials, so I'm gonna have to go hone some bamboo real quick. Boy, that was fast, wasn't it? Fastest this side of the Mississippi. Anyways, it's time to craft our shurikens. I wanted to make sure we were prepared for whatever else were going to come, so I went ahead and I made some rare honed bamboo sticks to go with an ice relic that I put on this weapon. Next, we have to collect some data for Zane by doing some chaos challenges. Now once you've found and completed 2 of the chaos challenges, it'll be time to go talk to Zane at the Ice Sanctum again. Now, Zane does like to walk around a little bit, so you may have to look around and find him, but when you do, you'll talk to him and he'll have a bunch of stuff to say, but the main takeaway is that he now wants you to craft one of the cryokinesis relics. So now the next thing we need to do is go to our ninja masteries and go to the ice masteries and then go down to where it says cryokinesis relic, and that'll be where we need to learn it at. So everything before that and up to that we need to learn. Alright, once you get the cryokinesis relic crafted, then Zane's going to tell you he wants you to make a 6-star weapon, and he wants you to basically equip that ice relic on there so that you can use the ability 3 different times against enemies. And just as a warning, please don't try to craft the weapon before the task shows up for you to do it like I did, because I had to go back and remake a weapon. So wonderful. And once you get your shurikens crafted with the cryptokinesis relic attached, it'll be time to go take care of some business and to use the ability 3 different times. And upon looking, it looks like we have another task to do, which means while we're out trying to use this ability, we're also going to find 3 different betrayers. That way we can defeat those for Zane. Alright, that being said, it's time to put on our big boy pants. Let's go see what we can get into. So this is actually the end of part 2. I just wanted to share a little bit of something with you. As the game is progressing from this point forward, it's really starting to get a little tougher, so make sure you have all the equipment that you need, the proper equipment that you need before you take on these big battles. Otherwise, you will end up just like me. Moment of silence, please. And even in these times when we mourn and we shed our tears for our fallen comrades, must we always remember to keep it classy. Thanks for watching. I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribed. It really does help the channel. Also, check out my live stream on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll put the links in the description. I'm VillagerJoe from the VIP room at Club Caliente, reminding you to keep it classy.